which made me think a little bit ago I received some comments about looking like Ethel Cain, and I don't think that this video is going to help my case that, we're never seen in the same room. But this is my hair right out of the shower. I blew dry it, and then I added a little bit of dry shampoo, and that's it. So, also very quickly, I did cut my nails. I didn't want to mention that, but I put on a coat. Where is it? I don't think I have it near me, weirdly enough. Oh, it's right here. It's out of my sight. But I've been loving this one. It's the Essie, I think it's like Gel Couture. Yeah, Gel Couture in Sheer Fantasy. And it's great. It's so lightweight, but I'll get into that for a nail video. But in my last video where I had red nails, I had 2 press-ons because my thumb and I think middle finger on this hand chipped away in the winter. They get a little bit dry, so it's a bit harder to have long nails, like long natural nails in the winter for myself. So we're doing a refresh, but as you guys know, my hair and my nails grow super fast. So yeah, I do have my hot rollers heating up right next to me, and I'm going to show you the curl pattern I did or do, and to show you how I achieve, the curls I do in pretty much every video. So yeah, this is also for myself. This is kind of what we're at for, I don't even know what today's date is, but it's Sunday. So, but yeah, we'll see. Keep up with me on, or rather I'll keep you posted on that. So, I think we should get started. Oh, the only other thing was that, when my hair's curled, I would just be brushing out my curls, so I thought that I would do some hair brushing beforehand because that is something I enjoy as well in terms of, when watching ASMR. So I'm going to give a little bit of airtime to that. And let me tell you, I will say I don't link a lot of products for like the shopping thing all too often, but I will with this one because this is such a nice addition to my hair routine, and I got, I put my sister on it as well, but it's the Tangle, I think so, Tangle Teaser, and this is for fine hair, like fine thin hair. They have ones for curly, ones for like in between, I'm not sure, but if you're like me and, right after I blow dry my hair, it genuinely, with like a standard wooden brush, would take me like 15 to 20 minutes, and it would be a little bit like cumbersome because of, the knots I would create by blow drying my hair. And this, like, I don't feel it at all, which is great. So if you do get knots, wait, yeah, it is. I just realized it says Tangle Teaser right there. But really recommend over a typical brush. But as you can see, take like any supplements or anything for my hair. I do not. This is just something that my entire family has, where our hair just grows pretty fast, which is such a wonderful, wonderful gene to be to inherit. So I'm very grateful for that, you know. You can really see how fine my hair is. But yeah, let's do. But yeah, I'm gonna get a clear gloss treatment because in the winter, likewise with most individuals, is that our hair dries out in the winter. So I thought it would be nice, again, just for a little spa day or salon day. But afterwards, I'll probably, next time, I'll cut my hair again and go like once a year or something, because it's so easy how I cut my hair. So, and I think I do a pretty good job. But yeah, it's like quite long now, so I'm probably gonna cut like 1.5 inches, 2 inches, because 2 inches is really 2 months for me. So it's not too long. But yeah, okay. I'm definitely gonna put a timestamp for this video because we've just been catching up, rambling for like 15 minutes, and doing some hair brushing. I'll do just a little bit more, okay? Because I do want to show you the curl pattern. But yeah, okay, I think that's all, because I'm going to be a little bit focused and iterating kind of the step-by-step process. But I think that's all in terms of questions about my hair. Was if I take anything for my hair. Oh, another one I get often is if it's my natural color. This is my natural color. It's a beautiful color, and I really do thank my mom for that, because it's like a medium auburn, in the sunlight. You can see bits of red in it, which I adore, and that's the Leo rising, the warmth that's the best we'll get, because typically I do this in the bathroom with like multiple mirrors. So just using the viewfinder will be definitely interesting. But also this video is mirrored, so I always start on this section. So I work from top to bottom in terms of doing my curl. And also I will link, the hot rollers I use as well. Okay, perfect. So what I will do first is on my left side, I will take a section from the middle to, honestly, like my hairline right here, the end of the crown or whatever it may be. And let's see. In the meantime, I'm just gonna put this hair to the side and get just my front piece. So this will be kind of like my bang, but, well, it will look like it, but so I will take kind of like this section right here, go up like this, and then I would say that's pretty good. I'll comb it out, and I won't be able to like pick up the rollers now, so I will just leave that in the shopping or what have you. But it's something with an R. I apologize, I do forget. But they're really inexpensive, which is great, because some of them are like, I feel like unnecessarily expensive, because these work beautifully. So I'm going to do my best to explain this, but this is again my left side, and I'll show you. I think explaining it will be not done well, but I will take the bigger size roller, then I'll set this aside, take the clip out, and then for the left side I will start at the top and then roll. I guess this would be away, just like this. Just like that. I will roll kind of towards my crown and then clip it. And that's it. That's really as simple as that one gets. It's a little bit not as up, so I'm actually going to redo this one because I forgot to mention that I switch them out and I pull the hair in a different manner. So let me do that again and I can show you. So for the left side, I forgot, I typically pull outwards so the curl ends up being closer to my scalp. There we go. There is a hair. You know what? Okay. So again, let's take a hot roller. Okay. And then start more or less the same way. You could even see when I just started curling my hair, I made that mistake going that way, and I just think this looks a bit more flattering. So, you'll see what I mean in just a second. So, I will take this hair straight up, and then take a hot roller, and then this one will go towards the root. So, I put it on this side, up, and having no mirror is definitely a very interesting experience. But this one is going to go towards my root, just like this. Just like that. So again, this will go. Let me just get this one. So this is the first two. And then from there, let's see. If I want to do these first and show you, I think what I'll do is the ones here to show you. It's just going to be a little bit out of sight, but it's the same exact pattern. So I typically do 3 on the crown, and then we'll get to the sides, okay? So again, I'm going to do my best to demonstrate this, but I will see kind of where my hair lines up here and section it like this. So it's I wish I had better terms for this, I apologize, but I think visually it's helpful. So this is more or less the top. I'm just going to take a hair clip and clip that just for now so I can get this out of the way. I definitely should have brought like a mirror or something. But let's clip this back so we can, so you could really see kind of what I'm doing here. But this is where we're at. So let's get this section, and then I'm going to do 2 more rolls with the same pattern. So I will say this is a little bit high. So let's just go with that. So let's split this to get 1. Just like this. Okay. I feel like these ones are the less interesting ones because this side I really show, how I do kind of that like wispy thing. I don't know. But again, I just brush my hair directly up. I'm gonna use this one here. There we go. And same pattern. So I'm gonna take the bigger one as well. These come with smaller ones, which we'll get to. But likewise, this one goes up front. And I start with the roller behind it, and then curl almost like backwards in my mind, like I'm curling away from my head, essentially. So it'll look like this. And don't worry that this is off center. It's, I can try and make them pretty, but not really worth it. So, let's see. And honestly, if there are any hairs sticking out, it's okay. It's all brushed and hairsprayed, and so it will inevitably look alright. Okay, so let's do one more actually on the crown. And let me take these out because I typically don't do this where I have clips in. If anything, I do that way later, just if there's flyaways, and then I do my makeup. But if you were curious, I typically same thing, same size roller. This one. And then again, same thing. Curl backwards, if you will, or I'm not sure, again, really how to explain it. The other, I would say, tip I would have with rollers is that, of course, tension will help. I don't know how, but that's more or less, if you pull, have a little bit more tension, I feel like that will help the curl stay curled or anything. But same to this side. We're just gonna take a section and split it into thirds. I'm really curious to look in the mirror after this is done to see what it looks like, because I'm used to having a lot more like visual information, so to speak. So again, this one goes on top like this, and then I curl around it to the front, and then I, add a little bit of tension, and then just like that. It's actually quite simple. When I used a curling iron, that took me an hour and a half, and it got way too time consuming that I was like, I need a better way to do it. And then hot rollers were just, in my world, and I was so thankful. This is like one of the best $25 I've ever spent. And then again, same thing to the back. So just gonna pull a section. Of course, if I'm in the mirror, I will more properly line this up, and but it will curl your hair. You brush it out, it will look gorgeous no matter what. Okay, and let's see. So same curler size. Sorry about that. And this one is gonna go towards, and I know you can't see, but my hair is like up to here, so I have to wrap it a little bit, and then just like that. It's pretty simple, honestly, since I've been doing it for so long. I cannot see where this is. Cool. We'll go with that. So let's start on the lefts, or the sides, because I think that's the most interesting and something I've been doing differently that you can kind of notice in some thumbnails and some of my videos, where my hair almost like wisps up, and I have quite a large section, to be honest, but it works for me. So what I will do, and again, this is going to be hard to show, but I will brush it pretty much like up, and then start the curl from here. Let me get this section a bit more even. And like that. Okay, that's good enough. So I will take, again, this size roller, the white one, or it's a cream. They also come in different colors, but this is definitely hard to explain, but because it's my left side, I'm going to do the same positioning where it's, on top, and I will go and put this right here, more or less, when it's up, and just, yeah, so just like that, and then I will curl this way, down almost into my, I don't even know what I'm saying, but you get it. I think visually it makes sense. Let's see. Okay. And I will move these. So you can almost see it goes up and it's the perfect amount for volume. And let me, again, so long as it's snug, it is fine. Okay. So that's been my little trick, and it's worked so well for me in getting more volume on the sides. Okay, let's do a little bit more. So then we're left with this kind of thinner section. So I will do this one more or less out because I don't want it to hit up against. Alright, so I have this one right here, which is a smaller one. So this is, if you get the same color, or just a smaller one in any out roller. So this one, I do the same thing. Okay, and then I'll roll just like this. And it will go up just like that. And it's wonderful. I also think it looks cute because, there are so many vintage curl patterns, and I haven't really looked at them. I just kind of found what works for me. And yeah, but it does kind of give me a little bit of the reminiscence of those curl patterns where they're all they look like this almost. So, anyway, let's do this side, because again, this side's different, and then I think I'll talk about it, but I don't know if I'll show the full head, just because of, for timing, otherwise this would be 2 hours, because I am, talking and doing this, but if I'm, just going about this without talking, it takes me 20 to 30 minutes, which is far nicer, because then you could relax after, you could do your makeup, make a cup of tea, instead of actively having to be there while the curling iron heats your curl, wait while the curl is being heated, and then holding it, it's too much. So, but absolute kudos to anyone that's still, because I used to for a little bit, and you know what, I never put it in the curling iron, because that was just too much learning, to figure that out, but here we are. Okay, so same sectioning, kind of to the ear and up, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. However, since it is my right side, I'll be curling down, so I'm going to show you what that looks like in this scenario. So how do I explain this? Since the root is our center, it all works out. So it's not really something you have to be super, perfectionistic about, because the curls will fall more or less the same way. So yeah, so I will take this section, honestly go a little bit up, why not, and do this underneath, okay, underneath the curl, and then curl towards, so it will look like this. And if some hair falls out, just put it back in. How do I show this? Can you see what I'm doing here? I hope so. But I'm so confused looking in the viewfinder. There we go. Okay, so it looks like this, curling inward. That was really confusing on the viewfinder. Okay, I'm just gonna go with it because is there a hair? Either way. Again, so just like that. So do you see the difference in this one? Is that this one, if it's the flat strand, you're putting, I'll just use one of them to show. So if the strand is going up, this one's on top of the hair, curling, towards your hair. And if this one is flat, you put it under and then curl underneath. So that's that. And then let's do this bottom section right here. Same as this one, but it's just a different direction. And then there we go. So let's split it, and then just in case there was some extra hair I could curl. So just like that. So there's a bit of hair, but it will work for what we're doing. Okay. So let's get into this right here. So again, this is perpendicular, creates a 90-degree angle. Okay, so out. And I'll just curl kind of like the end and then roll inwards. There we go. I wish there was a better angle, because I do want to do it properly, but I also want you to see what I'm doing. But I think that's a better, for both of us. But okay. So here we are. So I think I'm gonna do the rest off camera. I apologize, but I do think it's gonna take a little bit for me to do the rest. But more or less, it's the same exact curl pattern. I will use the bigger ones, the smaller ones. There's no rhyme or reason to the lower section, but I'll show. Let's just do like a couple more. So I will take something like this section, and again, here we go. So this one's a bit bigger, so let's do like this. And this one honestly is more or less like in the back, so I don't know. I just kind of go with the flow with this and then see what happens, and it just works out. So I will do this one, same as kind of the back, and then curl it. is this coming from? There we go. So yeah, let's do one on this side to show you. So let's do that. And I apologize for the added noise. I will do my best to reduce, when I'm picking up a roller, because they are a little squeaky. So again, you see how the hair, I apologize, the hair is coming from multiple sections. It's okay. If I were in front of a mirror, it might be a little bit more sectioned, but again, it will work out. The hair is curling no matter what. So, again, for this side, it goes under, and then okay, and then curling under and towards, just like this. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I think I'm going to do the rest off camera, and I will be back to show you kind of what I did over here. I don't have too many of the white ones left. I definitely need, I wish there was like a bigger one, but I'm going to get my hair cut, and then it will be enough. I always have more than enough for this length of hair, but sometimes I have to compromise with some of the sizes of it. So I will be right back, okay? And then I'll show you more or less with this. But sometimes when I get to the lower sections, I will do pretty much this. volume, I always use dry shampoo. I have maybe like 30 bottles of this that I went through. But this is the Not Your Mother's unscented dry shampoo because all of the dry shampoos are a little bit too fragrant for me. But this one's nice, so that works. So what I'll typically do is I'll take my rollers out, hairspray, and then do dry shampoo. Sometimes I go back and forth. I use the blow dryer, but we'll see. Okay. This is the hairspray that I use. I wouldn't say like anything special as a hairspray, but this is the Sexy Hair Big Spray and Play Voluminizing Hairspray. I lost the cap, but any hairspray will pretty much do, I can imagine. And then since it is winter, I especially use this, but towards the very, very, very end, I will use this, which is the Briochio Don't Despair Repair Moisture and Damage Defense Leave-In Treatment. This time I did forget, but I do have the heat protectant, but I guess you could use this as well. But I kind of use this to rehydrate the hair and give it a little bit more of a shine. I'll just do 3 pumps, very, rub it in, and that will be that. So, yeah, I'm gonna take maybe like a couple curls out, and then I'll do the rest, just so it's not too loud or anything. And then I think I will do the hairspray and all that off camera because the dry shampoo is a little loud, and then I sometimes blow dry it, but I'll show you in just a sec. So let's take like one out without being too loud. Okay. And again, the dry shampoo will really help. But do we see this? Do we see that curl? Exactly. That's why I love curlers. They're just so much easier to use, in my opinion. But the shine, it's gorgeous. So I'm going to do this side. And this will go like this. But this one gives a little bit looser since the volume was at the top. But it looks like that. And again, when I brush it out, it all makes sense. So that is that one. Honestly, it's not as loud as I thought, but I will do like these, and then I'll just do the rest. But okay, see, that can get a little loud, so let's do this. Well, it's on top of the other one right now. So let's get the other one below it. So this one. There we go. Okay. I hope that's not too loud. Sometimes there are, here. So again, this one, just to show you the difference, this one is a little bit of a tighter curl versus this one. You can see. But once it brushes out, again, it's pretty much the same on how I do that. And I'll show you this side, then I'll do the rest, okay? There we go. Okay. There we go. also it is morning now. So this one was pretty good. Again, I didn't wait as long as I typically do, but it just gets a little noisy out in the morning. So I thought I'd do it beforehand, but again, you could see, more or less the effect that it gives. Let's do this one. Just to show you one more. So, let's see. So again, this is this one, and then we have these right here, and you can see it coming together, but I'm going to go ahead and take the rest out because right now I look like this, but I'll be right back, okay? And there you have it, the signature Simply Curls. So I've actually learned something in the process of doing this video, and beforehand I was unaware that taking out the curls more slowly and intentionally honestly makes them look a lot better than I'm used to. So that's something, I don't know, I think that's really beautiful, and I don't know, I guess, if you take a little bit more meaning, it's just in any area of life, if you're intentional, I know this is from hair, but if you're intentional and slow, it can give you, if not better, results than, typically I'm a little bit more quick when I take my curls out, and I really didn't notice that it does. I keep saying take my curls out, but take my rollers out, but it really just has made a lot of a difference. So I know, probably going from just the clip before to now, that there's like a secret. I'm gonna try and outline every single second of me to the bathroom to back here. Is I went, or I stayed here, took out the rest of my curls, I walked to the bathroom, I hairsprayed initially, and then I flipped my hair upside down. I hairsprayed again, okay, and then I took this brush, which, mind you, I didn't mention this as like another feature, but this helps brush out hairspray hair a lot better as well. I didn't use dry shampoo this time, though as a refresh I might do it later in the day. So anyway, I hairsprayed. I didn't use a blow dryer. I flipped my hair back, used this to brush, and then I took the conditioner cream and like did it on my ends. So that is all. I didn't do anything extra. This is the best way I can explain it. And I hopefully helped, hopefully this is a helpful video, because I've been meaning to do this video for so long, and I think it turned out really nice, and I learned something new as well, which is always wonderful, in all areas of life, but especially hair. But yeah, I think that they turned out especially like voluminous and soft. And yeah, that's, again, I know I said more or less like a billion times, but that's really it. There's nothing else. I mean, of course, it's genetics and the hair type I have and all of that plays a role in how, I do curlers and all that, but that is how I do my hair. free to let me know, and I would be more than happy to answer to the best of my abilities. But I think that's all. The curlers, I will leave everything down below. I'll even leave the hairspray and the cream and stuff just in case you wanted to check that out. I'm not sure. I Brioche use that Sephora and stuff, but the curlers I got from Amazon, I'll link them, okay? But thank you so much for joining me. This was a little bit of a longer video, but it was well worth it because I've been meaning to do this video for so long. But I'm glad I finally got around to showing you guys. But again, hopefully this was helpful, relaxing. I'm really happy we just got to chit-chat and catch up. You know, it's been a minute since I did kind of like this style of video. So yeah, hopefully your tea was lovely. I'm gonna make myself, in between I didn't make myself a cup of tea, so I think I'm gonna do that. But yeah, this is